Actually, I just gotta move the mic real quickly. Okay. Okay. Why, hello everyone. Coffee here, and welcome to today's stream. We are going to be doing a creative stream today. We are going to be working on our base design, and I do have a plan for this base design. But to do that, we need to really quickly make the world. And I'm in between making it, super flat or default. Let's go with default because I want to find a world with a village, because I think I want to use one of those for the base, structure. Game rules, anything here that I need to turn off or on? Okay, you know, we'll just create this new world and we can always change anything we need to when we get in there. Let's just call this building practice. Okay, here we go. It is now time to create. Okay. Beautiful. Spawn. We're gonna let it all just like fill out and stuff. Very small cherry blossom biome right at the start here. But there is like a jungle and such. Oh, there's another one over there and an acacia biome. Pretty nice. You got some spruce. This is a good spawn for multiple different wood types, I think. Just based on a first glance kind of thing. Oh, you also have bamboo. Okay. So this is a pretty good seed if anyone wants to use it. That is the seed right there for in case anyone wants to use it for their own survival world. But it does look pretty cool. And there's a good lot of variety around here. But that's not what we need. What we need from this world, let's just see if we can see one right off the bat, and hopefully audio is okay. Yeah, let me just pull up the stream real quickly and listen. Super quickly. I just want to make sure that this sounds okay. Okay, I think it sounds okay, which is good. And if not, if you guys can let me know, that would be awesome. Anyways, though, we need to find a village, although I want to see what this is super quickly. Maybe we'll do a bit more exploring on this seed, and then we'll find the village, and actually get to the building. But over here, I'm really curious. Oh, there's the village, so it was worth doing this then. But yeah, look at that. Literally carved straight into the mountain here. Here, let's really quickly effect, give, at A's, well no, we'll do at S. Night vision, infinite, 7, sure. Okay. So you have a bunch of emerald growing close together. I'm curious. I just want to see what kind of spawn do we have below. A deep dark already. Is there an ancient city? Yes, it looks like there's an ancient city, maybe? There's a large opening over here, and it also might just be that there is a large opening. Nope, there is an ancient city. So I don't know how many it's now been that I've spawned in the world and there's been an immediate ancient city underneath. Do we have a trial chamber around here? Because that's the other thing that almost always spawns. But first let's make sure we're going to... Okay, so we spawned over here. So ancient city right below that mountain. And then under here... Do we see any really obvious trial chambers? Yes, we do. We do have a trial chamber close to spawn. Now the question is, does it have any deep dark stuff in it? Because that could be kind of cool. And it appears that this one does not. But I am curious. We have 2 blue beds and an orange bed. Okay, I know this was mainly going to be a building stream, but it would also be kind of cool to take a look at some of the different seeds we could find. I do not see a tree room necessarily, which I guess makes sense. Anyways, we need to get to that village. So this is the ravine. I mean, look at that. That is just amazing. You have this one spot for wildflowers, which this bee loves, but this is amazing. Look at this generation. That is... This could be so cool to put your base over. Could you imagine like the glass fading or whatever you could do here? I mean, that could be just spectacular. Over here we have our village. We have more spruce over that way. Oh, wow. So you have the mountain right on the base of this massive mountain range. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Okay, I honestly have not paid too much attention to a bunch of terrain in generation, but oh my gosh. Oh, does it surround this area in here? It does. Look at that. You have this little area in here, and you could build your base, and this is awesome. Wow. Okay. And I'm just curious. Oh, and we have an ancient, well, not ancient, we have a ruined portal. And then there's more cherry blossom. But this is a seed I would love to just build creatively in and just see what I could create. Because this is just impressive. Let's see what is underneath the mountain. We have more deep dark underneath, but that's to be expected. My main question is, do we have another ancient city? We have another ancient city, which is also pretty cool. But anyways, let's get to the part of stream which I said we would do. The part being the building of, or planning of our base. So here we are. My main idea is I want to use a village house as my base for the things, because that'll just make it easier, I'm pretty sure. And then we can always move on from there. Just let me super quickly check what I just got in Discord. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Anyways, so we're going to use one of these houses as our base for making all of this. Just because it's going to make my job easier, but I do want to just see what's down here real quickly. Wow. No, the glow squid! Okay. I will say, the flying in Java is a lot more fluid and stuff, it feels like. Which is kind of fun to feel. And it's kind of fun to use, especially when you're just flying, but at the same time it can be a bit harder to control because of that, at least for me. Anyways, let's figure out what we're going to do. So we have a bunch of different options here. We have grass on top of wood. This is vanilla Minecraft. I don't have any mods on or anything. But we have grass on top of wood. That should not be possible. Do we have large grass on the side here? Kind of. I guess that's just how it spawned, but at the same time, wow. Okay. Well, that house is being left undisturbed. What do you... Okay, so we have a normal house. A lot of normal houses in this one. In here, we have the blast furnace. Another thing is we could look for a different village and just see what other things we could use. And maybe we'll do that just to explore more of the world. We'll just write down the coordinates of this one. And I just realized, wait, how high up are we? Oh, there's powdered snow right there. 93. Okay. So it's higher than I thought it was, which is why we have the snow right there. But wow. Okay. So yeah, let's get the coordinates, and then we will go see if we can find another village. Maybe. No, we'll just use one of these as a base, and I think we'll use this one as our base, maybe? Although I don't want to change it because of that right there, so maybe not. It also might be the idea of mine might not work. Hey Chakra, how are you doing today? How are you doing? Today we'll be using, or at least taking inspiration from some of these villagers' houses to start creating our base design, and then we can start collecting materials tomorrow. Or at least that is the plan, but while doing this, we found this amazing seed for the world. I spun a little bit more over that way, but so far there's been 2 deep darks, there was a trial chamber. Discord is being loud, so apologies. But right by this village you have these amazing mountains with just some normal spot in the middle. It's awesome, and I would love to go explore more of the terrain, but I know that there's the thing of gotta design the base, so we should get to that. But yeah. Nice. Nice, Chakra. Ooh, wow. Wait. Is that just a bunch of clay? Is that a lush cave? We have an exposed lush cave. Oh my gosh, the frame rates are dropping like crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna stay still for a minute and just let it... We all good now, game? Okay, looks like we're marginally good. I thought over here there was a little bit too much of a bright green. Oh my gosh. And why do... What? Okay, so we just had some of the mossy cobble just spawn like that. And over here too. Because there's no way that's the inside of spawner. Okay. But yeah, there's an exposed lush cave. Wow. Okay. Let's see this. Oh, and there's a mine shaft. Oh my gosh. Oh, as frame rates drop again. This is a huge lush cave. And there's a ton of lava. Wow. And there's already axolotls spawning. I can never seem to get these to spawn in bedrock. Axolotls just don't like me. Oh, and there's another trial chamber. Wow. This... Okay. I really do like the seed a lot. Okay. I keep getting distracted. I should just head back to the village. Which should be over this way, right? Heck. This frame rate's drop. Yep. Okay. It is this way. Can we get any axolotl spawning in here quickly? I don't remember the exact things that they need to spawn. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen right away, and there's a lot of building that does need to be started, so... Time to go build. Just gotta get back over to the village over here. Yeah, that's pretty cool, that's pretty cool. And I'm so sorry for the amount of frames that this has been dropping, and how it might be affecting the stream. I'm doing good, I'm doing good. Brain is moving really fast, which can be either good or bad. It's working on stories, which is always nice. But at the same time, it means it's a lot easier to get distracted and stuff by cool stuff. And this seed already has a lot of cool stuff, and I almost think later on I just want to have a stream of just exploring Minecraft seeds, I think. Just randomly generating some and just seeing what can happen. But yeah, I'm doing okay besides for that. And I'm also a little intimidated by, building, but this is a lot of exterior work, so this is bound to make me a little bit nervous. And I just realized, I don't know if I'm getting... Oh wow, wait, stuff is stuff a little squished? Wait a minute. Okay. Let me... I think that looks better? Yeah. Minecraft decided to load weirdly today, so if stuff's a little squished, apologies. Okay. Building. Actual building time. First... Okay. I want to get rid of... Assuming the water will work in my favor. What the... I guess because there's more of a thing there, but wow. Okay, now we're good to get started. So, we have a bunch of blocks that we can use. With the main ones being... Here, let's go ahead just to wood. So main ones being we do have access to the pale oak wood. We have access to the cherry wood. We have access to oak wood, spruce wood, birch wood, and I'm pretty sure some dark oak wood. So that's a large majority. It's only a little bit that we're missing then, which is good. I just gotta shift around real quickly. There we go. So we have those all set. We also have all of their respective leaf types and such. Then we have dirt, we have stone, we have cobblestone. Don't really have access to a whole bunch of dyed items currently. We could get the iron to get wool, and then we could incorporate some wool into the build. Because we know sheep have been spawning, so as long as we could get them in a pen, we'd be good. But the main thing is getting them in a pen. And or we get fish, which means going down to the water, and then we could tame some cats and hope that the cats can bring us some string. But that's just a really, really long process which would not be efficient in the slightest. Jeez, what is going on in Discord? Gotcha. Okay. Don't really have glass yet, although... Reggie, let's head into the other world. I want to take a look around just to see, like, a full scale of what kind of resources we have around us. So let's go there. I don't want to take a look too far around everything, but I do... Not multiplayer, single player. I do want to see... Wrong one! Wrong... Nope, that spooked me like I thought it would. I thought for some reason that we didn't go into this world last. Clearly I did. I can still hear the warden in my earphones. In my headphones. I don't have earbuds in, I have headphones in. So yeah. We're not going to look around too much, but I do want to take a look around just to see what there is. And this will probably also help with some exploring things as well, with knowing where some stuff is. So, we have Massive Cave. We do have Dripstone, which we can incorporate into the build. Wow, these peaks go above the clouds. It's pretty cool. We do have access to snow. Snow is something we can get. Over here it goes to... So we do have... Okay, so we have stone beaches. But we do actually... If we come over through here, we do have access to an ocean. Which I didn't honestly think was nearby. I am very glad that there is one nearby, though. So we have access to sand that way, which is good. Do we have a spider jockey? No, okay. Slash game mode, not game mode, game rule P, no, options, peaceful. There we go. I don't really want to deal with the extra entities being in. There is another portal underneath the water, not that we're going to do anything with that. So we do have access to the dark oak. We at least have some over that way. There is a jungle. Okay. Having access to a jungle is pretty cool. I'm actually very happy about that. I wasn't sure if there would be because of how it seemed like we were in this. Okay. Oh, my dyslexia is kicking in hard today. One moment. I just gotta actually pause to read this. Oh, that could be really cool, Chakra. That could be really cool. Or at least for the first part, for what you're saying. So far, that is really cool. Massive mountains. I can see why, Cam Man really likes the tall mountains. They are pretty impressive. I mean, this mountain right here is just huge. I forgot goats spawn on here. You could get goat horns. Let's go. But anyways, we should head back over. Because over here is where we are, right? Yes. Let's see what's over this way next. Because we spawned right over there. Some more dripstone. More spruce. Whoa! There's so much dripstone just exposed growing. Oh, an acorn, that could be so cute. You're right, Chakra. That right there, that could be a winner. Let's see. So let's just see what other resources we have around, and then we can go and design it, because we are in the world that we use. There is another village. Okay. This one is a bit more of a travel. But let's see what there is. So there's a massive mountain right next to it. But there's 2 churches, so we would have access to a brewing stand at least. We could get... Oh, wait. This is huge. We can get green carpet. With my favorite color being green. That's huge right there, at least in my opinion. So 2 churches. There is a blacksmith. We won't see what loot it has. Okay. That is good to know right there. Any other major resources around the place? Does not look like it. Okay, so now we'll head back. Oh, and there's another one. This one is past the pillager outpost, isn't it? Okay, so there's another pill garden right there. So this will extend a lot further than I thought it would, to be honest. I'm not opposed to that. There are so many villages actually in this seed. Okay, so I want to go over here real quickly, because over here should be the first village and the pillager outpost. Okay. It is. Because that's the pillager outpost, which means right there is the village. So if we go from there, past the pillager outpost, we do have access to another village. Okay. And then there's another village up there. Let's see. So right here... Okay, what are these conjoined houses? I think that's what it's called. What are these houses that are like that are like this? Because I forgot what they have in them. Because there's a lot of them. Okay, it's mostly just a bunch of stuff that way. So we do have another thing there. There's another one over there. We would have a Fletcher. Okay, now I'm just curious. How many villages do we have in this diagonal line? I mean, this is impressive. Okay. And this one looks like it's a lot smaller of a village. But there's like 4 different villages. 1, 2, 3, yeah, about 4 different villages super close to each other. And then it's a ruin portal. And I'm not going to remember half of this, or at least the distances. But that's fine. And I wouldn't want to come over all the way over here for a ruined portal anyways. Well, not for ruined portal, for making another portal. This I will see what loot there is in it. Just to know if it's worth making the trek over here or not. Although in theory soon we'll have a horse. Okay. So yeah, in theory soon we'll have a horse, and then we can use the horse to explore more of the world. Main stuff we're just seeing is what resources there are, and what we can use for the acorn. Because I do like the idea of it being an acorn. And if it's on a branch, it means that A, we can make a large tree, which I've never really built too many trees, so that would be a fun challenge. And B, it means that there's a lot of expansion that can be made. Does mean I need to get more iron, which we already knew that was gonna have to happen. And with us only knowing one more blacksmith around here, then yeah. Oh wow, is that just a bunch of white horses that just spawned together? Yeah. Oh my gosh, there's another village right over there. But do white and these gray horses spawn together normally? Because that is a lot that just spawn together. I thought it would be a bunch of different colors. This plains biome is riddled with villages. There's another one over there. Okay, this is the smallest village yet. Okay. Okay. Cool. I'm glad, because it would be... Okay. And then we have another smaller village. Okay. And this is where we have another ocean, and then there's a shipwreck. Overall, this is very far from spawn, but once again, travel will be a lot... Oh my gosh, we have... Is that a pink sheep? We had a pink sheep spawn. This just in. We spawned a pink sheep. This is huge. Okay. Oh, I really gotta stop exploring the world. Maybe I'll extend the time for stream a little bit today. But yeah, this is... That is so cool that we actually got a pink sheep to spawn. But now we do have to head back. Although this is technically on the other side of the mountain, so... We were gonna explore over here anyways. What's that? Oh, it's just a tree. What? Wow. I've never seen a tree spawn like this before. I like that. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So this goes into a birch forest, so which means we have a good amount of birch that we can get. And of course, there's a lot more water and stuff around, which is also pretty good. Wow, this birch forest extends for a long time. And we have a ton of flowers, we have another lava pool. And then on this side we have our massive pale garden. On the side of these huge mountains. Doesn't look like it's a big dark oak forest, but we can get dark oak wood, which is one thing I would love to get. Because that can pair beautifully with the spruce. So we know one thing we have to get, which is that dark oak, probably. Yeah, okay, so we've done a pretty thorough look around the world, and we now know roughly what materials we have on us, or have around. One of the big things to note of, though, is the, 5 or 6 villages over that way, and then we have jungle wood over that way. So with us knowing that, and also probably more accessible dark oak because of the fact that we will be able to not have to deal with a possible creaking, over there is probably going to be somewhere we'll want to explore later on. But right now, it is time for the actual building portion of the stream, where we get to make our acorn. So around here is where we have the base extending right now. So probably what we'd end up doing is building up a little bit, and also feels we make a bridge in between these two peaks, maybe. I do just want to see what is in here. Lots of copper, emerald, iron, okay, all the expected stuff. Another thing we could do though is we have our bridge going over here. I don't know. I love the new Pale Garden. Where do we could make the acorn over here? Because this would extend out. This is difficult. Or we do it across right here. We have our bridge heading over there. We could extend our bridge coming over here. And I'm just going to use this over here. Oh, hi, goat. And yeah, just build over. Like so. Hi, pig. And have the acorn hanging, like, below here or something. And then we can make it like, some kind of branch. And then we could work on making some more stuff. So we can have our mine over here. We have the way over. And then we can make like a tree on either one of these. And it also means we have a closer access to a lava pool. Okay. Or we build the acorn on the actual platform and then build it extending off of the thing. So how about we make the acorn, and then go from there. I should pull up a picture of an acorn for reference. If I can actually spell. Okay. Now let's see. Jeez, I forgot how high you guys can jump. I'm just curious. Okay. So we have our idea over there. I think. Okay. So knowing what we have access to, we could probably use spruce wood and then stripped spruce wood. Let's see. Back. Just trying to exit the thing. So we started like with a 3x3. And then mostly just trying to build an acorn, and then we can see if we can make it look better after it. that. And I want to do this. Then probably it would be like that. Over here. Down. Over here. Down. And then we would continue this up, probably 2. Gotta get that off. Okay. And then it would be building out. Right now I'm just trying to get the rough shape of what this would look like. Wait, this would go there. No pun intended. We build out like this. Ack. And then if anything we build up another 1. And then we build on top 1. And then we'll go over like this. And then we are just going to fill this in for a moment. Okay, and then we could do something like this, maybe? And then we could also add on a bit of a side thing. Okay. So what we do, silly idea, we make this the chicken coop, because I don't know how to make it too big. But we could have the regular base, but then we have this, we have multiple little acorns, and then we could have one of these as the new chicken coop, maybe. That would mean a lot of chickens, though, in one spot. I think we can make it work. And or this could be storage, because in theory we could use barrels, so you would have probably there would be ladders. Wrong thing. True, it could work as an enchanting room too. Because you have all I like the enchanting room idea better than the storage room, you're right. I do just want to see real quickly what you let's see if I can use structure blocks correctly in Java. /give structure block. Or you know, let's just build each of them. I'm actually not gonna. So it'd be like. So in theory, this could work as a storage room, because then you could do like this. But also, you're right, an enchanting room is much better. We'll just put the, I didn't mean to get rid of it. There we go. Let's grab out, we need bookshelves. We need enchanting table. And you know what? I want to, bit unrealistic, but I think it could be cool. And you would want to use the books. What level can we get to? We'll use the sword. Okay. Just like that for 30 already? Unless is it that? No. Okay. So we did that, and then technically there's we could make it so it's a small drop. But another thing we could do in this case, maybe? No. And then but we could do something like that, and we can just add in a bunch of, not a bunch of enchantment tables, but just add in a whole lot of books. But in between these, we can have some more these, and this is what we could store extra enchantment books in, which I think could be kind of cool. We can put a few more up in here. Okay. So something like this with the acorn. Now it's just, I want to use some of these around it. So we'll work on the other. I just want to add a bit more to the shape real quickly. And maybe there's still parts of the actual base we need to work on. This. If we do this on each side, then we can do over here. It can be a spruce door. We'll just do this and that. Because then the spruce door won't look so weird from the other angles. Although what we can do is do something like this, maybe? Maybe not. But we could add in some things on the side like that, where it just comes down a bit more. Maybe? Maybe we just add a bit more rounding on each of the sides. To be able to do that, because then we could do this and just make it more round. Which I think looks okay. Okay. And then the actual acorn, we'll do this. And actually, let's use stairs. And do some rounding this way. Just around this way. I'm gonna put on music. Now the Minecraft music has not been on as much. There we go. Okay, so we want to probably make it side this isn't. So do we want to still go that high of a jump, or do we want to do something like that? No, we want to go high, I think. And then we do this. and then that, except we need this to actually work together. Over here. I am realizing this means we need to get that dark oak. But honestly, I think it will be worth it. There we go. And then we come back to this, but we use some of this, and then maybe what we do instead of these straight, as I try to remember that I have to use escape. Nope, we do want to use this for the stem. And then this build can hang off of something on the platform / on the mountain, like you were saying. And then we can have a way up to it. And then this can be our enchanting setup. With the materials we have for floor-wise, I don't know if I'll have amethyst at that point, so... How about... Okay, something like this could work. It brings in the kind of enchanting feel of it, and it isn't too expensive resources-wise. Now if we add some stairs here... Okay, I mean... You're right. Maybe the other does work better. Let's see. There could be best of both worlds where it's a bit like this. Keep some of the stairs, but round it off a little bit as well. We'll round it out. Let's see. I think something like that could work. Because I agree. Having just stairs there definitely did not keep the full shape. I mean, let's see. Just looking at one side. I kind of like having the break in the color, to be honest. But if we have it like this, where it's like, it goes a little bit rounded, and then it goes into the dark oak again, I think that could work. But yeah, and then we have the stairs coming in. We're able to fully enchant with just using 18 bookshelves. We'll have storage for extra books. And then we can go with... I'm trying to think of what we'll have access to at this time. I mean, we could do a couple fences hanging from the ceiling, and then grab a lantern, because probably by this point we'll have some more stuff we could finally use, except maybe we bring that up one more. Not there. There. And then we can add in some more decorations on the side depending on what we're going to use. And if these aren't being used here, I mean, that's where we just use some stripped spruce or something, and then do that. Then we can do something like, we could probably keep it like that. But yeah, we can then come in here to enchant. So I think that's a part of the base at least done. Kinda happy with this. It means we know about the stairs, and or we don't go with the stairs and we just use spruce, which we could use, it would save materials. So let's just see. We'll just do this around again, because this is pretty simple to just replace. Okay, and then if we do take these off again. So yeah, we could just go like this, and then later on when we get the dark oak, we can always do that, because then we're not waiting for it to grow or anything. So say we do this for the final result. I'm happy with that. And now we don't need to make chiseled bookshelves and stuff later on down the line, but luckily we have villages where we can get some stuff, and by getting iron we could start getting wheat, which means cows, and that means access to more leather, and we can actually do that for our enchanting setup. Where did the acorn go? There's where the acorn went. So if we plan this, let's see. I'm trying to think of anything else, but another thing is maybe we do another planning stream tomorrow? Okay, so it's not too expensive, which is good. So in that case, we'll do that then, and then we'll have a ton of storage and everything. I didn't even notice that it said chilled. My dyslexia is definitely showing itself today. But yeah, so this is what we'll go with. Maybe we will do another building stream tomorrow, just to get a bit more down base-wise. I mean, another thing is we just really quickly head on into the other world and just build, and or we just see what we can do with this quickly. In fact, maybe that's what we do. Let's clear this out. Is this 10 right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So really, it would go out like this. Not that. Okay. So let's grab glass, because we will probably have access to it by that point, and probably will want to use glass panes. So if we go with like a 3x3, maybe? And do something like that. And then we do another one over here. And then do that. Wait. That's 9. This is 11 by 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's 11 by 11. We'll go with 11 by 11. It at least means it's odd, so we'll just have one door, which is fine. Variety of acorns. That is true. That could be cool, that could be cool. And I can try to come up with some designs and I can show them tomorrow. And this could in fact be the base, be part of one of the acorns. So maybe what we'll do is I'll design some off stream and then I will show them tomorrow, so we can still do the normal, we can start with the collecting. I'll work on my homework tonight and design some more acorns. This will be a large one right here, and or this might be the base of the tree, which also could be kind of cool. And then it just means that tomorrow, at this point, probably tomorrow might be a 2-hour stream, possibly. Because we will have to travel over there to go get glass and have to get some dark oak wood. So longer stream probably tomorrow, full times and stuff will be posted on my community tab within the next hour or few hours. So it should be there for tomorrow. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll do a tree with acorns on it, because that would be kind of cute. Oh, Minecraft music is on. Don't want that to clash. But yeah, so we have plans then. I will do my best with building and hopefully get enough done so we can do some gathering of materials tomorrow. And if not, tomorrow will be some more building with a side of collecting some materials. Keep an eye out for those dates. Thank you guys so much for watching and your input. Thank you, Chakra. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you guys all tomorrow. With that, thank you guys so much, and I shall see you guys all next time. Coffee out.